Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com and welcome to another episode of Watch and Learn. Today's video we'll be talking about crystals again. I'm trying to release these videos in some kind of a logical sequence. So I did the video on the scratch resistant of sapphire crystals, and then I had said that, you know, the other part to that will be to discuss different shapes of crystals. And sapphire or mineral, I guess it really doesn't matter. So today I'm going to show you a flat sapphire, a single dome, and a double dome, and just briefly show you what the differences are, what they do, and maybe why you might want one over the other. And then in hopefully either shortly before this video or after this video, I'll have the Seiko SKX double dome sapphire watches available, and that that'll be a whole nother video, so you can really see them installed and see how they act. Anyway, let's head on over and check out these sapphire crystals. Okay, so in front of you here I've got three crystals. I've got a flat, they're all sapphire, but I guess for our conversation it doesn't matter what they are made out of. All three of these are sapphire. If it was mineral, I guess the index of refraction would change some of the properties, but I think overall what we're talking about will not alter that much. So this is a flat sapphire crystal. It's flat on this side, it's flat on this side, and this is like your normal flat watch crystal, and I don't think this really needs any further explanation. There's no magnification to it. If you look at my glove, we are going to shelve this one aside because I think everyone knows what a flat crystal is. So then that leaves us with these two, and I got to feel it to know which one is which. Okay, so I have a single dome and I have a double dome. What is the difference? Well, a single dome, if I hold, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I will try, but it is flat on the bottom, so this surface that my thumb is rubbing is flat, and the top has a very, very slight curvature to it. It is domed, and you can see it. I hope you can see it on screen. And this basically makes this crystal, look at my thumbprint, look at my thumb, makes this crystal a lens. It is a, what would this be, a convex plano lens. Not exactly a popular lens, but it's a lens nonetheless. It has a magnification factor. So if we were to, you can see it with my thumb, but I also brought in a piece of paper with some text on it. So here's a random piece of paper I found, laying around in the street. Amazing how you find these things. And you can see if I put the lens over the print, I did lines, no lines, just so you can kind of see where the, how the line moves. You can see this is a magnifier. See that? So let's talk about lenses for a second, as you can see this magnification happening. So this is a very simple lens. Somewhere way out in space to the right is the focal point, which is the center of the radius of this surface. This side has an infinite curvature, as I said, so there is no focus. There is no secondary focus. And you could use a lens maker's equation to find out magnification for the position of the observer, my left hand, because you're looking at it, and the object, which would be the dial, my right hand, right? Let me take off my Seiko, and we'll play with that for a second. So this is my 007 with single dome, and it is the same exact crystal. This is the crystal that I sell. I have put it in this watch. This one didn't have AR on it, but other than that, they are the same exact crystal. So what happens is, because the dial is relatively close to the crystal, right? I mean, what is it, 1/8 of an inch away, maybe? You don't see, right now I'm holding this thing away from the paper, maybe 3 or 4 inches. You get a very significant magnification factor, right? But if I hold it really, really, I'm going to pick up the paper. If I hold it if I hold it on the paper, you don't get much of magnification at all. If I hold it just a little bit away, let's see if I can make it happen, you get a slight, you see the very slight magnification? And I'm going way more than 1/8 of an inch, I think. Maybe that's like 1/4 of an inch. You see it on the rectangle, maybe makes it a little bit easier to see. I don't know, whatever your eyes like better. So there is magnification, it is slight. It's not it's not like that, but there is some kind of a magnification factor happening when you put a single dome on a watch. Not as great as it can be, but there certainly is a magnification. So let's say you want the look of a dome crystal, but you don't want magnification. You don't want the distortion effect, like when I hold the watch like this, the crystal domes, and you see a distortion due to the magnification effect. Well, then you go to double dome, and that brings us to the last one. And you can see already, I don't have to say anything, look at the text. no magnification. It's like the first one. It's like the piece of flat sapphire. So this is domed on the top, and very importantly, the same radius of curvature is on the bottom. Domed here, domed here. So there is essentially no magnification. Ready? I'll take the dome next to the double dome. See the difference? A big difference. So you get no magnification with a double dome crystal. So why do you want a double dome? Well, you may just want the look of the bubble, and that's what I think a lot of people go for. But in my opinion, maybe this is my opinion, because a single dome distorts the dial, you always know the crystal is there. You can see it, and that's not a bad thing, is it? You can see the crystal, right? Of course you see reflections, but then you see distortion. When you put a double dome on a watch, you lose almost all distortion. For a Seiko crystal like I have here, you have a Seiko bevel, and that will always give distortion. But for the main part of the crystal, you won't get distortion. And if the AR is good, like we're trying to do here, you kind of won't even know there's a crystal there. And I don't have a 007 with a double dome, but I have a Squale-Matic with a double dome. I want to bring that out now. So here is the Squale-Matic chocolate dial with a double dome crystal. And well, the lights kill this one because it's a big crystal and it reflects the four linear lights above. But as I turn it, you will see there is no dial distortion on this. The dial stays, basically it's like a piece, it acts as if it were a flat crystal. No distortion, and that's something that people like. When I hold my Seiko like this, you see the distortion for sure. When I do the Squale, you don't. So when I do the Seikos with the double dome, you'll get the effect of the Squale. And again, just like everything else that I always say, it is 100% a simple matter of taste, whatever you like to see. Some people like single dome, some people like double dome, some people don't even know, which I'm guessing there's a lot of you out there, didn't even know there was a difference. And and that's kind of why I do this. So these crystals are now being held at the same distance from the paper. They're touching, and you could see, marked difference between a single and a double. Anyway, I think I've bored this topic to death. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing the difference between a double dome, a single dome, and I guess a flat no dome crystal. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below, and I will be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.